What's going on, my friend? It's Jeff Newport from ChasingStrength.com. And in today's video, we are going to answer the following question. Which creates faster fat loss, single kettlebell or double kettlebell workouts? All right, so here's the background. Let's get into it. I was recently reading a forum thread on losing fat with kettlebells, and the discussion was the best fat loss workouts for kettlebells, right? Air quotes, like we often do here. And the OP was asking for advice, and one of the comments was from someone who thought double kettlebell work was superior to single kettlebell work for faster fat loss. And you know what? He's not wrong. But at the same time, he's not right either. 15 years ago, I would have said he's absolutely right, and you're 100% wrong by saying singles are better than doubles. Okay. But the hardest truth to accept, especially if you're influenced by social media, is that the best kettlebell fat loss program, kettlebell fat loss workout program, whatever you want to call it, for you is one, the one you can do, and two, the one you will do. And that's regardless of how many kettlebells are involved. So let's take a closer look and break it down. Okay. As you probably know, strength is a skill. So if you're new to using kettlebells, a fat loss program based upon the double kettlebell clean and jerk is not going to be for you. And that's because the double kettlebell clean and jerk is the summation of all the other kettlebell skills you learn on your kettlebell journey. And it requires a ton of shoulder and thoracic spine mobility, something that most, if not all, I don't want to say all, almost all 40 plus something year old desk jockeys don't currently have. But they can get back with a little bit of patience and the right plan to follow. Okay. Now, conversely, the two-hand or one-hand swing may be the perfect kettlebell exercise for you to strip off fat because of its low skill compared to the double kettlebell clean and jerk. Now, on the flip side, if you've been using kettlebells for a decade or so and you have great shoulder health, well, sure, then the double kettlebell clean and jerk may actually be your best choice. Now, the truth is, and this is hard to admit, right? Because everybody thinks they're great at everything all the time, or at least that's what we build up in our heads, right? The truth is there's a continuum of best, air quotes, best kettlebell exercises for each individual based upon his or her or your skill level using the kettlebells and your desire to learn more about using kettlebells. All right. So we're going to flash that continuum up here on the screen. Here's what it looks like. All right. It's the five level kettlebell pyramid. All right. So how do you use it? Well, you simply find where you are on the pyramid, right? Give yourself an honest assessment. Don't say you're a level 5 pro if you're a level 1 rookie, okay? And there's nothing good or bad about being anywhere on this pyramid. All you have to do is accurately assess, right, your current levels without your ego getting in the way. Okay, and then from there, you're going to use and incorporate the exercises that you're familiar with to create enough of a metabolic disruption, so to speak, to stimulate fat burning inside your body. All right. Now, remember from a previous video, this is how you program your training. There are 5 levels to programming your training, coincidentally, right? So first, you're going to learn the skill. Second, you're going to train the skill. Third, you're going to train for strength with that skill or within that skill. Fourth, you're going to train for conditioning. And then fifth, you're going to train for fat loss. Now, theoretically, you can combine number 4 and number 5, training for conditioning and training for fat loss. But, big but, all right? You must be familiar with the skills and build your strength up in those skills so your technique doesn't fall apart when you get tired and then you collect an injury for your so-called reward. Okay. So that's the what you can do part. The tougher part for many of us is the what will you do part. So for me, for example, I find swings incredibly boring. So if that was the only kettlebell exercise I could do, I'd probably do something else. And okay, that's probably unique to me because of my Olympic weightlifting background, shoving heavy weights explosively over my head. So as a result, my favorite lifts and the most beneficial ones in my book are the double kettlebell lifts, especially the combo lifts, clean plus overhead lifts. So anything that goes overhead, press, push, press, jerk, so on and so forth. And of course, based on the Olympic lifting background, the double kettlebell front squat, again, because we squat a lot in Olympic lifting, and the barbell front squat is a phenomenal leg developer. Right? Its cousin, the double kettlebell front squat, is very similar and has very similar effects. Although you can argue, that it's just a little bit more punishing on the core than its barbell cousin. Okay. Furthermore, I really enjoy the snatch, the single kettlebell snatch, probably more so than the double kettlebell snatch. And again, that's my Olympic lifting background. So I have a much different background than most people coming into kettlebell training. Okay. So conversely, you may actually love swings, right? You may just be absolutely in love with the kettlebell swing. One of my good friends, Mark Rifkind, he loves the kettlebell swing, right? He's been hoisting kettlebells for over 20 years, and he actually used the kettlebell swing to rehab his back, which he had busted powerlifting. So interesting enough, at 60, right, and he's no longer 60, he's on the backside of 60 now, right? He completed the swing portion of the Sinister Challenge, which is 10 by 10 one-hand swings, or 10 sets of 10 reps, okay, or 100 reps of one-hand swings in 10 minutes. And again, he was 60, and he only weighed about 165, 175 pounds. In fact, Riff actually believes that the swing is arguably the best exercise for 99% of the population, or at least the American population. Now, considering the amount of time we spend sitting and not moving, again, he's not wrong. So what's better or best for you, my friend, watching this video, for you to lose body fat? Again, at the end of the day, it depends on the kettlebell exercises you can do and actually want to do and actually will do. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Next time, we'll discuss some of the unique benefits of the single kettlebell lifts over the double kettlebell lifts for fat loss. All right. In the meantime, if you've stalled or you're stuck or you're looking for a kettlebell program to help you strip off some body fat, I'll leave links to both single and double kettlebell workout programs in the description below. And hopefully this clears up some of the confusion that you may have around single versus double kettlebell training or workouts for fat loss. All right. If you did find this helpful, click the like button, smash the subscribe button, leave me a comment in the comment section. And as always, do a friend a solid and share this video with them. All right. Until next time, my friend, stay strong.